Hello everyone. Exercise 1.5, question number 4. Given A and B are rational numbers, find A and B if the first part, the second part and the third part. First of all, we have to understand one thing, that if there is equality, then the rational number has to be equated with the rational part and the irrational part has to be equated with the irrational part. Here, this is already not a correct format because the denominator should be rationalized. So here, first of all, what we will do is, we will multiply the question by the conjugate of the denominator. So multiplying the numerator by 3 minus 2 root 5 and the denominator by 3 minus 2 root 5. Once we multiply, so this will become 3 minus root 5 multiplied by 3 minus 2 root 5 in the numerator, and in the denominator again it is x plus y into x minus y format. So 3 minus 3 into 3 is 9 minus 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5, that is 20. So if we calculate the numerator part, 3 multiplied by 3 is 9 minus this is 6 root 5 minus this multiplied by this is 3 root 5, and these two when multiplied comes out to be plus 10 upon minus 11. If we calculate the rational and irrational part, so 19 upon minus 11 is the rational part, where the irrational part will be 9 under root 5 upon 11. Now, as we know that 9 under root 5 by 11 with the negative sign is the irrational part and this is the rational part. So when we equate with this, so 19 by minus 11 is already here, 19 by minus 11. So minus 9 upon root 5 minus 9 root 5 upon 11 is equal to 8 under root 5. Root 5 can be cancelled out by root 5. So the value of A is minus 9 upon 11. If we look at the second part, again, first of all we have to solve the question by rationalizing the denominator. So this will be root 2 plus root 3 multiplied by 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. That is basically the conjugate of the denominator upon. When we multiply x minus y with x plus y, so 3 into 3 into 2, that is 18, minus 2 into 2 into 3, that is 12. If we multiply the numerators, so root 2 multiplied by 3 root 2 will be 6, plus root 2 multiplied by 2 root 3 is 2 root 6. Then these two multiplication will be 3 root 6. Then if we multiply this by 2 root 3 will become again 6 upon 6. So once we calculate this, it is 12 plus 5 root 6 upon 6. If we break up into two parts, so the first will be 12 upon 6, which is a rational part, plus the irrational will be 5 root 6 upon 6. If we actually look at the part on the right hand side, then this is the rational part, and here also this is the rational part, which can be cancelled and can be written as 2. So the value of A will be 2. While the irrational part has to be equated with the irrational part, we have to keep one thing in mind here, that if root 6 is the irrational portion of this fraction, then root 6 must be here as well. I can write minus b root 6, which is here irrational part, should be equal to 5 root 6 upon 6. So root 6 can be cancelled by root 6. So the value of b is minus 5 upon 6, which is a rational part. If we look at part 3 of question number 4, the denominator here is 7 minus root 5, while the denominator here is 7 plus root 5. Now, either we solve this and this individually, or there may be a possibility that we take the LCM of these two fractions. Now, why the LCM of these two can be taken, this is very, very important, because these two denominators are conjugate of themselves. If they are not the conjugates, then we have to solve this portion individually and this portion individually. But because they are the conjugate, then we can take them the LCM, because again this can be written in the form of x minus y into x plus y and can be solved by rationalizing the denominator. So the numerator will become 7 plus root 5 whole square, and here it is 7 minus root 5 whole square. If we solve the numerator part, so x plus y whole square will be 49 plus 5 plus 14 under root 5. This is twice AB. 2 multiplied by this minus. In the bracket it is again 49 plus 5 minus 14 under root 5 upon. The denominator will be x minus y into x plus y, that is 49 minus 5. If we actually look at this, here 49 minus 5 and it is in the negative part, 49 minus 5 they can cancel out. So the remaining will come out to be 28 under root 5 upon 44. Further, if I cancel this, it becomes 7 under root 5 upon 11. Now, here there is only the irrational part. There is no rational part attached to it, and this is equal to this. Here we know that this is the rational part and this is the irrational part. Now, because there is no rational part, I can write it 0. So the value of A becomes 0 when I am equating the rational part of the right hand side to the rational part of the left hand side. And the irrational part can also be equated. So this will be 7 upon 11 root 5 equal to 7 upon 11 b root 5, where this can be cancelled out and this also can be cancelled out. So the value of b becomes 1. So in this way, after solving the left hand side by rationalizing the denominator, we have to equate the rational portion with the rational one and the irrational with the irrational one and then solve it. In the next class, we will talk about question number 5 onwards. If in case you have any problem, you can contact us or email us. Thank you.